one thing I will say that you're here in front of me. One thing I will say is that I definitely should be higher up on that list, just for the fact alone that I gave it its level of relevancy.
Say no more. All right. Yeah, I can see that.
100%. I'll just say
List
that.
in general, like
Just
right.
in general. Just in general. You know what I'm saying?
Say no more. Say no more. Say no more. All right, Ghetts, thank you for sitting down, talking to me today, bruv. Feels like I've seen you more in house raves than any kind of set.
True.
It's real. So, but yeah, no, congrats on, picking up this year's Pioneer Award, the 26th MOBO Awards. What was the feeling like when you got the call that you was gonna receive that? Well, that's a big honor, man.
Yeah, like I felt, well, to be fair, I had to look it from a few different perspectives, because sometimes you feel like, say like, your breakthrough year, or you feel like sometimes people have missed your breakthrough year. But I had to look for it from a grateful perspective. Yeah. It's like, it's not all, that's why my speech was like that. Because it's not all the time we think that we deserve something, others feel the same way. You know what I'm saying? And that's why the bigger thing is really about not seeking validation, but still being grateful and being graceful. And when you accept it, instead of being like, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, how we feel about ourselves is not how everyone always is gonna feel about us. You know what I'm saying? So I was very grateful for it. Very grateful for the award and grateful to perform also.
Yeah, man, that's a big moment as well, the performance.
Yeah, thank you.
How was that putting that together, like?
Yeah, I'm just like...
You made a lot of, statements. I was just very, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess I'm kind of in a space of artistry where everything I do, I want it to be intentional, and not just cause. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't want to waste a line of what I'm saying.
Right. So I've been following your career since you were N.A.S.T.Y Crew. Obviously, to see your evolution, it's been epic. Do you know what I'm saying? Did you ever think back then when you was Ghetto with the capital O, that you'd ever be respected and considered one of the greatest rappers, MCs, artists of all time? Like, did you ever see that back then?
Yeah.
You had faith in that back then?
Yeah, I'd be lying to say, like, when people say, no. Where I'm coming from, that's always what's driven me. Do you know what I'm saying? To just know what my capabilities are, to know beyond what I'm like. Even I sit here before you today, I kind of just can see myself even 10 years from now. You know what I'm saying?
Can you say you've always been like a visionary?
Yeah, 100%, man. Or just not even just for myself.
Yeah.
But for us as a culture also. Like being making music in a time where we're in a space where we have to convince people that UK music is even good. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm doing it from that time, so we're one of the people doing it from that time. So I guess I've always been able to know that it's gonna change to. I think it will take time, but it's gonna. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Where did that come from, though? Is it like a family trait where they've always had this kind of energy?
Yeah. Like, so my family are very much like confident people from all aspects. You know what I'm saying? See, even in my kids as well, I just see it. It's just in them. But culture-wise, it was more just looking at other genres of music and seeing how they started.
Right.
Whether it was blues, whether it was hip-hop, it was very much a reflection of our own journey.
Yeah.
And to see where their music had gotten and taken in by the masses. So I always used to think, like, most of these people talking, they haven't studied music.
Yeah, probably.
They ain't looked at other genres, what they think these genres just started and it went bang. It wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? And I used to see that within our own space. And I knew, like, I could, whether I was big fans of people or not, I could see a confidence in some of my other peers that, you know what I'm saying, that was gonna, everyone, at the end of the day, we're all pieces in a big puzzle.
I want to talk about the trinity of J. Clarke, yeah? So, you previously had Ghetto, you've got Ghetts, but there's always been Justin Clarke, innit? Like, you've got these different sides to your lyricism. Sometimes they play into each other. Like, But like, tell me on that kind of everyday version, like, who is Ghetts, who is Ghetto, and who is Justin Clarke?
It's strange, bro, because now it's just at a point where I guess those names represent a certain timeline in my life.
Right.
More than it being like, oh, he was like, it's strange. I just feel like they represent more of a timeline than anything, you know what I'm saying? But you got to even think why we think of names in the first place. We think of names to come away from our own identity that our family have even given us. If you really think about it. Do you know what I'm saying? And I guess J. Clarke is kind of me saying, oh, I'm comfortable enough to be who I, that's just like, you know what I'm saying? Who man actually is. You know what I'm saying? Thinking of a name of an alias for what? I could have just come out as Justin Clarke. You know what I'm saying, bro? But obviously it's like you want to be, you know what I'm saying? You're from where we're from. Everyone's got an alias. You know what I'm saying? It's a thing.
Yeah. So it's safe to say I saw the Wrath of Ghetto.
Yeah.
Who's on the panel 2010? Yeah, it's cool. But like, obviously Complex dropped the top 50 best rappers of the year. Were you happy with the placement?
Oh, I'll never be happy unless I'm number one. But it's not a thing. It's not a thing. It's not a thing that I feel bothered me where I'm at in within myself at this point. It's a thing where I looked here and you just say these are different people's opinions. Once again, these are people's opinions that might not share my own opinion of myself. And I'm at a point where I don't look at someone who has a different opinion for me and feel like, fuck you. Now I'm cool.
It's different now.
I'm kind of cool. Like, you have that opinion, that's fine. Like, I have an opinion of myself, which I believe is damn near fact, but it's fine, it's cool, like, you know what I'm saying?
I was like who's on the panel, and everyone said familiar faces. Logan, Hattie Collins, Chantel Fiddy, I don't rate them. Rasquami, Donatella, Stanza, JP, everybody will feel the force of my hatred. You can't get away, you can't escape this. My old tank Charlie Slough, cause I heard he was repping this thing like a patron. Everybody knows I be the best MC, what the fuck I shouldn't have to say this.
I feel like one thing I will say that you're here in front of me, one thing I will say is that I definitely should be higher up on that list just for the fact alone that I gave it its level of relevancy.
Say no more. All right.
100%.
I can see that.
100%. I'll just say
just
that.
in general, like
Just
right.
in general. Just in general. You know what I'm saying?
Say no more. All right, cool. All right, so in the beginning of your career, I think you were very much like a Marmite artist. It's like you like Ghetto for the rawness, or you didn't. But I think over time, like, it's become, I don't know, maybe you've shown your artistry more. People are like, everyone wants to see you win, like, do you know what I'm saying, across the board. Like, how important do you feel it is to be that relatable character, that people person, or, you know what I'm saying? Because back in the day, I don't know if you was approachable like how you are now.
I just feel like it was a different time. I just feel like at that time, coming out as an artist, we're all dealing with different factors of our lives. Whether it's like you half don't even know people know. So when people are
coming up to you,
do you know what I'm saying? I've got different situations at that time where I don't know who's who or what's what.
Because you feel autographed.
Do you know what I'm saying? And then it's like to even be in a situation where you're laughing and joking and then something arises, it's just a mad situation. So I guess you're always just on edge, like unwary, you know what I'm saying? And just have that stance so that even when I see youths like that now, I have the understanding of why that youth is like that. Do you know what I'm saying? And it takes a lot to break those barriers and get a warm response for somebody who is thinking about these different situations a lot, you know what I'm saying? So I guess if people got to know me on a more personal level, they could see, like my man's proper cool, but I guess there was like, you know what I'm saying? And in a lot of situations I was seen to be the aggressor more than anything, so yeah.
Do you feel is that gone now? Like you're comfortable in your, you know what I mean?
No, I'm still fucked, to be fair.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm playing. What I mean by that, I just mean like we're in a space now where whatever's happened is happened in the past, and who is here now, our biggest worries ain't each other. So we don't have to be best of friends. But we're in a space where your concentration ain't me and my concentration ain't you. You feel what I'm saying? So everyone's just cracking on with their own lives and what they need to do and what they need to build. So we don't have those sort of worries, or you know what I'm saying? It's very much different now.
So I felt like the whole of the UK got behind you during like your promo run for Conflict of Interest. So how was that whole experience for you? Because that was again dope to see.
That kind of energy, I'm not used to. I'm used to having my back against the
underdog.
Underdog.
Yeah.
Okay, is that what you think?
Be against the world.
Yeah, like I'm used to that. I know how to harness that power
and make it
more
work.
And not. So when everyone got behind me, it was such a lovely feeling.
Yeah, of course. I could imagine.
It was such a great feeling that I wasn't even used to. I didn't even know how to harness that. I proper didn't even know how to harness that because.
But that by then you was already a legend. That's the maddest thing.
That's not something that I was used to. You know what I'm saying? Seeing people come out for me and say, "No, they're
crazy."
So
crazy.
I appreciate that.
So before we talk about your new album On Purpose, I'll be doing a disservice if I didn't talk about your mixtape run. 2000 Life to Ghetto Gospel, Freedom of Speech to Calm Before the Storm.
Yeah.
You've had a great run. Like people would even say like, if you didn't have Ghetto Gospel, you wouldn't have Gang Signs of Prayer. But Stormzy and I agree. So firstly, do you agree with that? And secondly, do you miss the Grime mixtape run? Like it was an energy, that I don't know if we would ever get again. But
firstly, I only agree with that because me and bro have had certain conversations and about music that he's come up on and what he was inspired about and what he was inspired by, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. And then secondly, I guess the mixtape run, which is strange, is about my mixtape run is like I done myself a disservice by calling some of these mixtapes. I actually done myself a disservice.
It's true still.
If I'm being super honest with you, like Ghetto Gospel, Freedom of Speech. You know what I'm saying? So with that said, it's like
it's mad stuff.
Yeah.
That's mad. Alright, cool. Looking back on the mixtape, like which one means the most to you and why? Obviously, it's a hard one. Yeah.
I feel like, bro, I'm gonna go with 2011.
Okay.
And the reason why I say 2011 because I'll never forget that feeling of creating your very first project and having a collation of tunes, a collective of songs, putting them together. It felt amazing, bro. Till this day, I
try to get that energy.
Yeah, but it's like having one, then having two, then having three, and now you're listening to yourself 4 to 5 times in a row. Feels amazing, you know what I'm saying? I can't relive that experience. And it's like
2005, you know?
Yeah, crazy.
That's only 20 years ago.
That's crazy.
It's mad. Alright, cool. Throughout your projects, like you've always mixed grime and rap. People always put you in the grime category, but you've always kind of mixed the two. But obviously grime is the core, I still feel. But how was it for you coming up in that scene? Like the highs and the lows to now arrive where you are today?
Ooh. Do you know, I don't think there's anything I would necessarily change. I guess I would study the business a bit more, maybe, just like, but it means so much, bro. It's like more than the music. It's the training ground.
Yeah, practice hours.
Like the training ground is a serious thing to be in a room with the best of the best and really shine is not easy work at all. Do you know what I'm saying? And then it's not just being in a room with the best of the best. You're in a room with the best of the best where everyone's trying to kill each other.
Yeah.
As well. It's a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
So to come up through those rankings and even see sometimes how that experience shines through now. Yeah, it's
proper, man. Alright, cool. So you like myself, you're a firm believer in God,
Yeah.
Jesus, yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, how would you say that your faith has impacted your life and your career up to this point? And obviously, your new album, I can see threads of it. Do you know what I mean? You're talking about faith quite a lot. Do you know what I'm saying? It's almost like not even a throwback to Ghetto Gospel, but you kind of, I can see like a lot of similarities. If you will.
Yeah. I, as a person who believes in God, should never be embarrassed to tell you about God and why. Like my ability, the reason why I'm breathing, every blessing that I've got, the food on my table. And then people argue and say, nah, it's you that done it. Like they don't know what you're dealing with internally or what you've been praying for or what you've gone through to this point where your faith might not have been so strong and you can see the difference in your life to whereas you said, you know what, let me pattern up and get back in touch with and have the source, and then you've seen your life change for the better. So now, when you're in a space that you're happy about, man can't now just turn man's back and be like, So now, where I'm having conversations with God, I'm on a thing where God, let me know how you what you want me to do with the platform. Let me know. Like, I'm moving like that. So what you're seeing is an outcome of what I've been told or what I've been shown, the signs. You know what I'm saying? That's what man's on, bro. Because at the end of the day, man's just a soldier. Do you know what I'm saying? Man's just a soldier, fam. But I can't keep moving like I'm meant to be embarrassed that I worship God because I'm not perfect. Do you know what I'm saying? I can't no more, fam. And I'm willing to let people know as well, like, do you know what? There's something better out there, bigger than us. Do you know what I'm saying? Like all of these little stupid little sayings like you only live once. Who the fuck told you that? Who came back from death and told man, you know what? Man over there, man only live once. Come on, bro. This is just all critical thinking. Do you know what I'm saying? So while I'm here on earth, because the truth is this, one day what's gonna happen, and it's just scary to even think about this, but one day man's gonna stand before the Creator, and he's gonna ask man certain questions. And my question might be, what did you do with the ability and platform I gave you?
Hold that with chest, bro.
Yo, fam, if I've got nothing to point to, I'm in trouble. Big trouble still. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm here with it. So like, I'm here. That's where I am with it. You know what I'm saying?
Respect that one. What's that? All right, cool. Take me a minute. That's dope. All right, cool. So on purpose of purpose. Firstly, the title. I think you kind of even just spoke about it, but like, talk about the title and like, it seems like it came from a deeper place. Just talk about
100%, man.
Creation.
Conflict of interest still very much a conflicted human being, and that's and I'll be honest with you, that's me conflicted in terms of, do you want the things of the world, or do you want beyond them? Something that can't be taken away from you at any time. Because when you want the things of the world, you're gonna play by the rule of the world.
Yeah.
And I had to
danger.
I just had to get to a point where it was just like, bro, you can't give a fuck. You're the guy that they never give anything anyway. So just do what you need to, like, you know what I'm saying? Forget all of this, fam. Like, I had to have that conversation with myself. Because sometimes, it's the things of the world. Not that we really want other people to see us have the things of the world. Because it means more to them than it does to us sometimes. And man battle with that. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, when I was creating this album, I'm realizing, I'm just like, especially where my writing's intentional, but because I don't plan or have beats sent to me, it's really spiritual, my actual process. And even when people deep it, they can't believe that it just happened in that moment. Man start talking to me about, bro, you had that. I'm like, no, bro. No, it just come now. They're like, how though? I'm like,
see.
I'm like,
deeper than rap.
So I'm like, and then with that, I'm saying, okay, then I'm looking for how I want the album to be presented, what I want to say during this presentation, what I want to represent, and who I want to talk to. there's all these things, and I didn't have a title for ages. I was going through so many different titles, and I just felt like.
Can you give us one that was there?
I don't know if you remember when I had Justification of G Clarke back in the day, and I've still not used it.
Okay.
So I was gonna spin the block on that one.
Work still though.
Yeah. I was gonna spin on that one. One day at a time. But when I typed in one day at a time into my tune, there was a bit.
All reggae tune.
There was so much. It just went like that. I said, yeah.
No.
Rob. But those are the only two I really remember. And then where was I going? Could have been I was on a plane, had a mad dream, bro. On a plane, I was on the plane and I was sleeping. And I remember, I don't know, I just saw waters and I saw gold under the waters. Like gold under the waters. All I saw was gold under the waters. And I don't know, and I kept thinking about purpose. And I was thinking, man, bro, everything man doing, man has to be intentional with what man's doing. Man, it has to be intentional. And then from that, I just got on purpose, with purpose.
But it works though, 100%. The message is there. Alright, cool. Alright, so I'm not saying this because I'm sitting in front of you, but the intro is one of the best intros I've heard. Since
Fine Wine.
Yeah. You know what?
Since my last one.
I was thinking that still.
Yeah, since you didn't want to say it though. See, I was gonna hold it back, but I know. Come on, bro.
Alright, cool. Nah, that's a good one as well. But like it's not anthemic like Meek Mill's Nightmare, but it's very thought-provoking. You know, it takes you to a different, you know, place, and it sets the album up, right?
Yeah.
So what was your thought process behind the intro? Because it's like a deep intro, like do you know what I'm saying? You don't really get that a lot.
With the albums, I've always done this. When I make albums, I always want to bring the listener into my world from where I am from the beginning, or I feel like we get lost.
Yeah. I hope everyone picks this up, because people don't think that.
No, you have to. Otherwise, we don't know what it's about. So certain concepts, obviously, we're humans. We're people with different emotions. So I'll give you a little cheat code, guys. In an intro, what I like to do is give you the various concepts in the intro. So when you get to that point in the album, you know how you know from the beginning that okay, bro, saying this, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just wanted to let people know in the 2 years they haven't heard from me, what's been happening within my life and whatnot. You know,
3 years.
Yeah, 3 years, something like that.
Alright, cool. So right after the intro, you got my Rushmore featuring Kano and Wretch.
Mm-hmm.
You all went in, like, obviously the track speaks for itself, but what was it like getting back in the studio with your old brothers and writing?
We keep. What's strange is that we are not in the studio as frequently together, but we're all in contact with each other all the time. Yeah, so it's just having a conversation about, and it's what I think is wicked about that track is that it's called Mount Rushmore, so people have this view of it being about I'm the best, and I'm the best, and I'm the best. Not one of us mentions it.
Right, that's true though.
One of us, and that just shows where we're at with it. Not one person says I'm the best, or not one person's rapping about rapping. You just heard the different people speaking about their life situation, which is beautiful.
That is what you know what I'm saying. But on that subject, if you, I don't know, should I ask you this? Your top 5 of all time.
On my top 5 of all time. That's kinda,
obviously you'll be in it.
That's kind of easy.
UK, you know.
Yeah.
We're keeping this in, no chopping and changing.
Wretch, Kano, Gigs. Wretch, Kano, Gigs. I've only really got a 4 from me.
Wretch, Kano, Gigs, and you. Yeah, that's done. That's you locked in there.
Because my 5 changes too often. My 5 changes depending on what the people do.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not certain enough.
Right. Okay.
Whereas I've got those that don't really change for me.
Yeah. All consistent.
And no matter how I feel about the project, I have an understanding of this person's fearless and what they're doing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I like. Because you know what I understand about music? Not everything an artist does that I've been following for a long period of time, I am gonna super love.
Of course.
Do you know what I'm saying? But sometimes it's that fearlessness, what they're trying there and where they get to it next is like, ooh, you wouldn't even have got to that without that. I see what's going on here. I see what's going on, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting it.
So yeah, just four. No fifth one, no.
It changes.
Yeah.
It changes, but
so who would have been your fifth 5 years ago?
My fifth's kind of like the obvious name sometimes. Like a Skep might be my fifth sometimes. Do you know what I'm saying? And like it just changes though too much.
That's cool. No, you hold that as your fourth for up.
Yeah.
No, good. All right, cool. All right, Double Standard from Sampha. Like that's a spiritual track. Like that to me, when you performed that at the MOBOs, I think everyone got the same emotion. Like, what was it like putting that track together? It's almost like the lyrics dropped in your spirit.
Emil came to see me. I think Emil was one of probably the newest collaborator I've worked with.
Yeah.
Right after Conflict of Interest, 10 rung me, is like, yo, I'm working with some guy right now. You'd understand it. You'd fuck with him.
Yeah.
It's cold.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. Tell him come up studio and meet, man. This was before I even built this place.
Okay.
And come to link.
Nice spot you got here as well.
Thank you. And we made a rhythm straight away.
Yeah.
That is like, could be a B-side to Double Standards.
Okay.
I couldn't put both of them on the same album, but it
So
was
you got
one
some
of the.
Lucy's there, yeah?
It was one of the other.
Right.
It was one of the other.
Right.
Amazing tune. Me and Children of Zeus. Crazy, yeah, crazy.
I never made the album.
Never made the album.
Crazy.
Crazy.
To drop that, you know?
Crazy song. Crazy record.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
yeah. And I just knew family was gonna be making much more music.
Right.
So we just locked in.
Yeah.
Just kept doing the music, coming in, me doing more music, and then I heard that Double Standards and that first 8 came to me straight away. Straight away, that first 8 came to me. I just walked in and laid it. And then I kind of knew these lines are very powerful, and moving forward, there couldn't be any lines that let down that first 8. Everything had to be as poignant as what was said previously. And so I just looked at not even just looked at, I'm always looking at the world, but I just realized what I wanted to say and how I wanted to say it. And I kept listening to the tune over and over again. I finished the first verse, only had the first verse on there. I was like, long time I wanted to work with Sampha on my own. Or we had just done the record for Little Silver.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's a banger as well.
yeah, so then I reached out. He was kind enough to come and drop a hook for me.
Yeah, though. Classic in the making there, man. All right, cool. So your pen, it's always been sharp. Everyone knows that. But it feels like you've reached a new level of like artistry on this new album. That's coming from someone that's listened to you since 2005. Like from Twin Sisters to Tombi, showing you like how versatile you are as well. But comparing Conflict of Interest to Purpose to On Purpose to Purpose, how do you say you've grown musically between the two albums?
I think Conflict of Interest is very much about me.
Okay.
Very much about me. I feel On Purpose is wider in terms of concept.
Right. Yeah.
In terms of it's not me.
Yeah.
I've been through. It's more like it's more the lines. I think relatable more on a wider scale.
It's like you're the messenger.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah. 100%.
Your sermon.
Yeah.
It's your sermon.
100%.
Yeah. Oh, wicked. So like, what's the hopes and dreams for 2024, man? What's the tour? Or, you know, obviously the album rollout is gonna be mad.
Do you know what? It's for me, yeah, bro. My hopes and dreams, bro, that my family just stay well. Everybody just stays in good health, bro, and we cherish what we already have.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
So I'm grateful sometimes, bro.
We just cherish what we already have. I don't even think that it's where I'm grateful. I just think that we're conditioned to chasing the bag, bro.
Yeah.
We've all got bills to pay. We've all got bills to pay.
Yeah,
it gets scary. No matter where you are financially, it gets scary.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
100%.
Because with more financials come more responsibilities. And then no matter where you are, and then what I just realized is the truth is this: we're just going around in circles here, mate. Do you know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Because every time I climb, there's more, and I just think, bro, when is
it gonna stop? Like what? Yeah.
Wait, I just want to be happy, bro.
Yeah, that's it. That's the
You know what I'm
thing,
saying?
man.
So like, even when I say like me, I'll be watching Fecky farming, and
Yeah.
I think
Different.
Bro,
Like, yeah.
I think bro's got it right, fam.
for
Like
real.
I rang him one day, like, yo, man, what's the price on them farms, man? You know what I'm
I can
saying?
see that for real though.
What's the price on them farms? Because this is like,
The life, innit?
this is the kind of headspace where I think I will thrive as a human being.
Just free, innit? Just
As a
vibe.
human
Yeah,
being,
man,
I'll
I could see
thrive, bro. I would absolutely thrive, I reckon, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can see it now, bro. I want
Chicken over there, right
T
now.
well, and
Yeah.
a man are just stepping in.
Come
Up.
on.
Yo,
Come on.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, bro, all the best, man.
Wicked.
You know, it's love from
Thank
all
you,
of
man.
them,
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate it, man.
Love,
Thank you.
love.
Love.